What is good, everyone? It's the Video Flips here. I don't know why I did that, but it's the Video Flips here with a new video, and today I'm here to show my Balisong collection. That's what I said I was gonna do in the last video. There's a bunch of knives, not extremely expensive, some clones too, and let's get into it because it's gonna take a while. Starting with, I'm gonna do it randomly. Okay, that's pretty cool. This is the HR Doom. Bought this thing when it first came out. It's a little bit not really super well tuned. I could probably tune this thing, but I love the design on this. I think it's pretty and really aggressive. It's really it's really blade bias. So it's kind of hard to flip, but I do enjoy this knife and I do like the way it looks. Okay, the next one is my Orca clone. This was the first ever goddamn, so bad. It's gonna be so hard to flip these because they all have like different balances and weights and weight distributions and whatever. So yeah, but this one was the first floating washer system knife the one ever made, and it is really fucked up. I anodized this thing. It's like a weird sponge, I know, like blue and purple type of thing, and then inside it's bronze. It's a little better right here, maybe in the sun. You can see it's kind of bronze inside, and outside it's all like bluish and purple. I haven't anodized in a long time, but yeah, made this Sano myself. This thing is kind of messed up. Tolerances are really bad, but this knife is really cool. It's kind of heavy, but it flips really well. Okay, hopefully I'm not gonna get cut while I do this, but okay, next is gonna be the Squiddy B. Bought this because I wanted something plastic and something better than the Squiddy. Even because my Squiddy was broken at the time, I think. I can flip this after flipping that. The weight difference, it's like crazy. Nothing too much to say about this. Is just a Squiddy B, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So also like the swing, it's not really good on this one. Like it's kind of slow down. It kind of happens with Squiddies, but yeah, Squiddy B. I'm just playing classic Squiddy B. Let's see. Oh shit, I was about to get cut. This did the one 62 clone, no 42 clone. This one, it's same thing as the Orca right there. It's kind of this like blue and purple and bronze ano, and then bronze inside. It's kind of hard to see, but it's kind of bronze inside. It's pretty bad ano. I'm not really good at that. But this thing, it's not too bad. Hey, I would recommend this, mainly because it's kind of dangerous. It comes really sharp, and also like it has a weird weight distribution. Like it's pretty unbiased, and like it can fuck you up really badly. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's put it over there. Maybe now I'm not gonna get a knife that's a clone, and it is my Glider Co Arctic. Goddamn, this was my first ever aluminum Balisong. This is the first knife that I got when I really wanted to flip. And it was pretty cool. It's a fire and ice, but I switched the handles around because I wanted to have the fire as my safe because I like orange more than blue. This thing was really good at the time. Now it's definitely not as good. I mean, this one is really messed up compared to a fresh one, because look at this. This is Squid Industries stripped hardware because Glider hardware was pretty bad and tolerances are all messed up, and also taped because I thought it was gonna sound better, but this thing is just really like messed up. But AC unit turning on. But anyways, this thing is pretty cool, and it is pretty much my first ever knife that really like made me want to continue flipping, which is, I think it's a lot of first people like actual good knife because of the price range and the price and all the good stuff that it came with. What should I get? Let's go with this pile. Okay, well, Vulp Pro. This was used to be a trainer. Of course, it was used to be the black trainer, the Brandon's trainer, but then I bought the dual light blade. Oh my god, I can't flip. I bought the dual light blade, and then I bought the YG10, and it's a pretty cool knife. I'm not an extremely big fan of the Vulp Pro, but it's not bad at all. Can't really complain about this. It kind of drags a lot, to be honest, in my opinion. That's the only thing the only reason why I don't like this knife as much, because it drags a lot. But like besides that, it's a pretty cool knife, and it's pretty clean, and I like it. And I like the spec that this one has. I probably wish I had the black blade, but I think this thing looks pretty cool too. I kind of like this white and red thing, you know. One, always on this side. I have two. Well, this one is the Bali Plus Kraken clone. This supposedly 1-to-1, which is not 1-to-1. I made a whole video about it, and people told me like, no, buddy, that shit not 1-to-1. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you guys. This thing is super light. It's kind of scary because I flipped the Vulp that it's a little bit heavier. Fuck. So this thing looks really good. It sounds really good. And it flips pretty down close to, I mean, I don't know if it flips straight down close, but it flips really nice. I would say it's a pretty cool knife. Maybe not the best knife for like long-term durability. Maybe not the best knife for long-term durability, but it is indeed a pretty cool knife. So, bam, there you go. It's pretty cool, really cool. Also, like little details on the blade. There's also the jewelling inside the handles. Really cool machining on this one to be a clone, to be like $100. So yeah, this thing is pretty cool. And then the other one that I got out, it's this piece of shit, which is the this is the Nabalis G10 Pro. No, I don't know. It's the Nabalis G10 something. This was terrible, and this one was really bad. Not good. Really bad tolerances, really bad construction. But this one, which this is the Nabalis G10 OG, you can see the difference because there is no screw over there. So this is the older one. Actually, this is a newer one. That was the newer model. Now this thing, it's fucking cool. This was my third knife I think I ever bought. I wanted to try it, and honestly, it's pretty fucking cool. Now it's not an amazing flipper, but like for $25 at a time, this thing was pretty damn nice. It is kind of weird to fan on this because it's really like blocky. Like it's really like straight up like that. The edges are kind of rough. The blade spine is kind of rough. Also, it's a weird blade spine because you don't really have anything to rest your finger on, so it's a little bit weird. But like it flips pretty decently. It's like a little angle bias, but it's not too bad. I just really enjoyed this a lot. I also kind of took off some screws on the bottom, and I took off, there's like these little things right here, and I remember I was messing around with putting those back and taking off like the big spacers and putting back the spacers and taking those off. And like it still is in one piece, and this thing is on bearings, so like tolerances are okay. They're not great. I could probably tie that up to be better, but like there is still an handle gap. I definitely don't flip this thing as much, and I haven't been flipping this thing for a long time, but these were really good. Those were really good knives at the time, so can't talk shit about that. But these were pretty bad. These were really bad. Kind of like that, but really bad tolerances. Impossible to tune. The bearing was getting undone every time. I got him replaced 3 times. The Bali's literally sent me like a new one 2 times, and then this one, they gave me my money back and they told me to keep the knife. So they were really cool back then, and it's crazy to see how far of an evolution they had from like literally these two. Like these are the same company. It's mind blowing, to be honest. Anyways, and I have more Nabalis, so we're gonna see them again. I guess I could do these two together. Wait, hold on. Makos. So my Mako V4.5, which is the knife that was featured on my first video ever on this channel. I love the Mako V4.5. I think it's a really cool flipper. The look of it, the flipping of it, I think it's really nice. I really enjoy the Mako V5. I mean the Mako V4.5. The only thing that I complained about mainly was the fact that it doesn't have a hardened blade, which is kind of sad, but now with a V5 it does. So there's the V5 Mako. Now the Mako V5, it does have a hardened blade, which is really good. It does have a new texture and design, does have jimpings, but in my opinion it doesn't flip as good as the V4.5. Because of the weight reduction from the line, I feel like this one flips ever so slightly less handle bias, and I don't know, I just like more the V4.5 handle bias profile compared to this one, even though it's a really slight difference, you know. And also I don't understand why they put the line over there. My opinion, the line should have been on the side. I like the jimpings though. I do get why they put the line over here actually. It's because they wanna be super close to the Mako, which is I guess fair, but the Mako, it's also sandwich design. Besides that, the finish on this thing is super heavy and it feels weird. I don't really like that. So I do like more my V4.5, which kind of sucks because this one it's pretty heavily beat. Look at this, pretty heavily beat, but I love this knife. I really do. It's really fun. I do come back to this every now and then, and it's just super fun to flip. Alright, so that's the two Makos. Should I get some from the box? I don't even know. Oh, there's some stuff back here too. Whatever, I'll just grab it and whatever I get. Okay, this piece of shit. This is the Medusa clone by Apocalypse, I think. Really cool finish, really cool knife overall. Just don't like the flipping experience of this. Yeah, I just really hate this knife when it comes to the flipping. It literally just feels like you can't do shit on this one. Like, I don't know where it is, if it's a weight distribution. I think it's because the blade is super aggressive when it comes to its shape. But like, it just feels kind of weird and it feels like it's slipping every time. Which, it's not a cool thing, especially if it's light blade. This is the dual blade, so it's not too bad, even though the tip, it is still kind of sharp. But, I don't know, it's just kind of annoying to have this knife. I don't really like it, even though now I'm flipping it pretty decently. I don't like it. Next one up, I'm gonna get to my left side. There's a bunch of cool stuff. Well, let's go with this one. And actually, we could just go with this one too, why not? So we have the BB Firefly V1 Town Blade, black and gold. I was super hype about these. I bought this when it first came out. Pre-ordered it. Took a while because they were flooded with orders, which is funny. And I got it and I didn't like it. In fact, I don't really like this one. The endless profiles, in my opinion, is too thick. Don't really like the way it flips. Tolerances are okay, it's a little beat because I did flip this thing. But like, it's not in too bad conditions. Like, tolerances are still pretty solid. Like you saw there was play, but it wiggles, but there is no tap, and I'm pretty sure you can tune this thing down pretty good. The other on these is really good. I love this thing because it was super unique and because it was like slabs of aluminum with tank pins, but at the same time they were really thick handles and it's kind of slippery because no texturing on the side. So it's really cool. It's a really cool knife, but just not something I liked. So yeah. And then of course we have the Superfly by BB Barfly. This thing is amazing. It's a really good flipper. I made the Yano. It's really bad. It sucks because it was supposed to be a nail polish like that, like a dual tone type of thing, like Splash Sano. But the nail polish apparently didn't stick well, so it got pretty messed up, and the coloring was messed up. I didn't really have a good setup for anodizing, I'm not gonna lie. But fuck. Shit. But yeah, this knife is really good. It's pretty cool. Don't really have much to say. The only thing I didn't like about this, it was that the weight distribution system wasn't really a weight distribution system. But besides that, can't really say anything bad about this. It's a really good knife, man. Still probably one of the best flippers from Baby Barfly that you can still buy. So, like, if you want peak performance from Baby Barfly, this is definitely the one to get. I don't know about the blade shapes. I heard different things about different blade shapes. This is pretty decent, but yeah, I can't do the thing. Okay, whatever. But yeah, this is Superfly, really cool. We have still many to go, so let's get into it. Let's keep going. Okay, I'm gonna grab a bunch from here, and I'm gonna grab a bunch from here, and these are gonna be my next ones. Okay, bet. Okay, so this is the Nabalis clone by Balisong. This is the carbon fiber one. Pretty cool knife. Really bad quality building wise. Bad tolerances. Of course, play. Endo slap. And that kind of sucks. But besides that, amazing flipper, really fun to flip and really light, so it was really cool. It just sucks that the building quality is kinda ass, but it's a pretty old clone anyways, so it's like one of the first knives that I made a video about, which I don't even know if it's still on the channel because I might have taken that down because I don't know why I did that. But anyways, Balisong clone, Nabalis, carbon fiber, pretty bad, but not too bad. Okay, we got a Gale clone by Arm Shark. Beautiful. I anodized this thing. It's kind of like a blue ripple. And it's really good knife. I mean, it flips really well. A little bit on the heavier side, but it's not bad at all. It sounds really good. I like it. It's really muted though. Fuck. The only problem with this is that, oh my goodness, the only problem with this is that the Zen pins kind of back out really quickly, so you can get endo gap issues and also just bad tolerances from just the Zen pins just unscrewing itself. So it kind of sucks for that, but besides that, really pretty knife and really cool knife. Oh, a classic. My fucked up Chap clone. Oh yeah, look at the ano. It's like I would call this a dragon skin. Cause I'm stupid. But it's kind of like a wasted. It's kind of like a wasted fucking ano type of shit. Look at this. It's super weird. It's like a sponge ano. But this one, it's Chap clone. I mean, Chap clone has been my first light blade ever. Fuck. And it was really cool. I love this knife. This knife is really good. And fuck off, I can't flip this. It's too heavy. I'm just not used to that. After flipping the Gale clone, it's just really heavy. But besides that, this thing is pretty damn cool flipping wise. And also just like such an iconic clone, man. Next to my little pile, we got this piece of shit, the Nabalis Morse, which was the Nabalis' first ever aluminum knife, which is the knife that started, I think, everything, because then after that they made the Vulp and everything with Will Hirsch. And I like the Morse. It kind of reminds me of the Mako, because it's kind of thick and fat, and I honestly like this. Definitely not the best way distribution, but you can still flip this thing and it wasn't bad at all. There's an airplane flying by. So this thing was pretty cool. I did like this one over the Vulp more because of the weight distribution was, in my opinion, a little bit better, but it wasn't great either. Next one of the most iconic clones ever, or I guess like kind of clones, the Alien. I did have a Falcon. I don't have anymore. I gave it to a friend, which I don't talk to anymore, which is whatever. I did like the Falcon more than the Alien, but I do have an Alien clone, which is pretty cool. It was my beater. You can probably see that and hear that. This thing has been through some major abuse. Look at the handles, all chewed up by concrete. I like the way it looks though. The beat up handles are kind of cool. This thing handle slaps. Yep. And the blade slaps. So it kind of sucks. And I mean, tolerances are just so god awful. But this thing was fun to flip. It was definitely a weird clone and definitely really original. The fucking Kershaw Lucha heavy motherfucker. This is the only knife out of my old collection that I bought from a store. From a physical store. I went to Idaho and I bought it. I wanted to buy the live blade, but then I was like, fuck no, I want to live another 2 years or so. So I just decided to get a trainer. So I actually went to the store. I was looking for a 51 live blade, but I didn't find it. So Kershaw Lucha trainer. It is heavy. It is stainless steel. I do like the way it sounds. I do like the fact that it's pretty unique. But it is for sure a heavy fucking flipper. So there's that. So Kershaw Lucha. Right there. Okay, next. You already saw that. But it's the fucking Bermuda. Probably my favorite knife from Galerco that I ever tried because it's pretty fun to flip only with the ZP inserts. Okay, without ZP insert, this thing is kinda shit. With the ZP insert, this thing is gonna bomb. Like this thing a lot. This one, if you don't know, fuck. It was supposed to be a budget-friendly knife from Galerco. This one costed like, was it 65 or 80 bucks? I'm not really sure. Something around that. It is stainless steel liners, G10 scales, G10 spacers, and bearings. Now, the tuning on the bearings is pretty bad because it gets undone really, really easily. But the overall, just flipping of this with the ZP insert, which is also like, I think these are the first inserts ZP Balisong ever made. So it is also thanks to this knife that ZP exists. So this knife is so bad that they made a company over it. But anyways, this thing is really cool though. Like with the ZP insert, this thing just flies. It's really fun to flip. It is also really quick because of the bearings. So I just like this a lot. And in my opinion, it's literally Glider's best or most enjoyable knife. When it comes to its flippability, that I tried with the mods though. So yeah, like that a lot. Next one, the Hydra from Nabalis. Don't really have much to say about this. I mean, this is like the Kraken from Nabalis pretty much. And this is, in my opinion, when Nabalis really stepped their game up. And like this knife is literally when Nabalis was like, okay, we are a knife company and we're making knives. And they made this thing. It is really good. This is Japanese Tento, which is a version that came out a little bit after the original one. But this thing is really good and it's really fun. And this is just like, I think, you know, Nabalis' first ever like actual good knife that they made themselves. So yeah, really thumbs up for the Hydra. The origin by Kento Group. And this knife had a lot of hype when it first was announced or like came out, whatever. I honestly don't like it because the weight distribution is kind of weird. I feel like there's too much weight focused on the end of the knife, and it kind of feels off. It just feels really not solid. It's really weird. It just feels off, and also mine is like really bad. Now I tied this thing up, I guess last time I used it, but trust me that if I flip this thing for a little bit, it will get really bad tap. Like literally the screw will pop out. And also like right now, this wing, it's not even good. You can see that? Because I tied this shit down because I wanted to have good tolerances. So the bite size just comes undone, and it's really annoying. Which kind of sucks, because I was really hyped for this. But no hate towards Kanto Group. I mean, I like him. They're cool. Fuck. Just not my knife. Not my thing. So yeah. It also got kind of unlucky. And also this one is a normal model. This is not a blemished. So yeah. Oh boy. We got my first ever fucking knife. So this is an Andux something. This was $17. Terrible knife, but that's a cool thing. This was my first knife. Okay. And I was watching videos before buying Balisongs, and everybody was saying, yeah, just don't buy any CCCs, don't buy any things like that, just buy this or that one. I was watching like Will Lurch's videos and whatnot, and I was like, I went to Amazon, I was like, I could buy a nice knife, but then I was like, I'm not gonna have a CCC as my first knife, so what's the point? And so I bought this fucking CCC, which broke in like 2 weeks or so. And then I bought another knife, which you're gonna see. And this is not really good. The tank pins fell off. It's a really heavy knife. It fans really good. I do have to say that. Hold on. It really fans good, because the blade is really chunky. Look at this. But yeah, this knife, it's not it. But it's just cool the fact that it's my first knife and it's actual like CCC. I can do it. It's an actual CCC and it's just kind of stupid. So first ever knife, Andux something trainer. That's it. Next, okay, we got a Kraken, one of my few Krakens. This is the V2.5 trainer. I did like a handle swap because I bought a light blade. You're gonna see that later. Okay, I'm back. So I was saying I was gonna show you my Krakens so you can kind of get a story on all my Krakens. So let's start with the one that started everything, which is actually this blade on these handles. These are my red Kraken handles. I bought it like this, and I was really happy about it. But then I wanted to mod this, and so I bought the Hourglass trainer blade. And this was one of my most iconic, if not the most iconic knife on my channel. Like, I've been flipping this thing for the longest time, and I haven't been flipping this in actually a while, which is crazy. But this one was supposed to be my beater, which it was for a pretty long time. Messed up the trick. And it looks really sick. Like, the beating on it looks really good. Like, I don't know, I just love the way it looks when it's beat. And it is kind of like messed up because tolerances are kind of bad. I've done multiple hardware switches between like I've changed the hardware on this knife quite a few times. I like bought new washers and new screws and stuff like that, but then after a little bit I just think that this knife is just messed up by itself. It's probably should do like a handle switch. I don't think I'll do it because I like these handles. But anyways, so this is all it started from. This is what I actually started from. And at first I bought this blade to switch, so I just put this blade on these handles. So this is the Kraken that I had. I didn't have these handles yet until I bought this one, which is my blacked out murdered Kraken, something like that. I know people call it like that. V2.5 Bowie. And so what I did is that I bought this Bowie for like my birthday like years ago, and then I wanted to make it a little bit different, so I bought these orange and blue handles, and I think somebody on my channel commented something like that's the Broncos Kraken, which was like a team, like a Texas team for, I think, football or something, I don't know. And I don't follow football, so I was like, what the fuck is that? Then I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay. And and then I switched it back to the black hole, to the blacked out. And also because I think it just looks really clean. So then I just put this blade on these handles, and then I just bought the mods for it, pretty much. And after this one, I wanted to try a Tento so bad, and so I bought a matte blue Tento. No, it's a gunmetal matte Tento Kraken V3. This is a V3. And this is pretty cool. I've been beating this thing a lot. I flip this thing any now and then. I think I flip this thing quite a bit actually. But this is a, oh my god, this is a Tento Kraken. Definitely different than a V2.5. And I wanted to originally switch these two blades. So I wanted to get a V2.5 Tento Kraken and a V3 Hourglass Kraken, because I wanted to see how it was the difference. But the problem is that this screw, it's literally stuck, and I don't want to drill a hole into it, so it's gonna stay like that. So yeah, so this is my whole story on Kraken. So we have the V2.5 Kraken modded, the V2.5 Hourglass Kraken, the V2.5 Bowie, and the V3 Tento Kraken. Yeah, this is the Monarch V2 clone by the one. This is the second, I think, floating washer system they ever made, and this is actually much better than the first one. It does wiggle, but this one is also just like messed up. I have anodized this thing so many times until I was just like, fucking, and made this really weird fade, which actually looks really cool. Like if you look at the fade itself, it's not really even that bad. But if you look at it up close, there's a bunch of little marks, and that was because of my other anodizations that I made. I was gonna do like a sponge anodization, but like a lava lamp style, so it was a little bit weird. But yeah, this thing, it's pretty cool. Not a huge fan, but it's pretty nice. So yeah, there's that. Jesus Christ, I have no more space. Okay, next one up, we got this. This is the Benchmade 51 by the one modded. I want a 51 really bad because I don't know what I'm flipping anymore, and this is it. It's really scary to flip because it's hella light and the blade is kind of chunky compared to the handles. But anyways, I bought this clone because I really wanted to have a 51 clone, but I wanted to have a 51 Morpho. So what I did is that I bought this one, which originally came with titanium spacers, and I swapped the titanium spacer with some secondary market G10. These are spasm fingers, and they fit okay. I mean, they're not super good, and you can see there's a little bit of the liner, but I also think it's because of the clone dimensions that it's kind of off. So I bought the I bought the scales, the G10 scales, which are actually beautiful, and I put them on, and look at this. It says Benchmade over there. It is a fucking coated black blade, and I think it looks pretty cool with the black G10 and the blue spacers underneath. I was kind of planning on re-anodizing the spacers to maybe like a yellow or like a green, or maybe not like a pink, like a dark pink, so it looks kind of like red. But I'm probably not going to do that anymore. But this is pretty cool though. And I kept the latch, no, the pocket clip, my bad. This thing though is really light, kind of scary to flip, and also the tolerances on these are extremely bad because it's a really bad build. Like it's just really bad. It comes down really easily. It's also on washers, so it's a pretty shitty knife quality wise, but it looks really cool. Next one up, we have one of my like favorite knife looking wise. This was my first ever grail that I wanted, which is the Glider OG V4 Saturn. This like purple and orange colorway. I love this knife. I love this knife because it looks really cool and it sounds really cool. And I remember looking and watching Balisong flipping's video, flipping glider codes, and especially also like the Fire and Ice V4, OG V4. And I was like, bruh, I want one of those so bad. And then after a few years, when they made one of the last few drops, I think this is the second last drop they made of these. I just bought it. I wanted to buy the Fire and Ice, but it was not available, so I bought the Saturn, which was my second choice. This thing is beautiful. It doesn't flip good at all. The balance, it's really handle biased. The weight distribution, it's really bad. The blade's too short, and it doesn't have a whole lot of material on the tip. And also this thing is kind of chunky on the bottom. Like, goddamn. So it is a really cool looking knife. It is a really well designed, or like, not designed, no, really well machined and really like comfy knife. But like super well tuned and everything, but the flipping of it, not really great. Super crispy sound too. Fuck. And it's also in pretty good conditions. Like, it does have some little dings and stuff, and sort of scuffed here and there, you can see over there, but it looks pretty good. So yeah. Goddamn. Next one up, the Sano clone by Armshark. I bought this thing from secondary market. This is really cool. I anodized it blue myself, and it's really fucking nice. I really do like this thing. It's kind of the heavy side, but I love the fact that this is just a fucking chunky bare titanium knife channel with tank pins. It's just something that you never see around, and it is a really good flipper. It is really well designed. Like, I dropped this thing, I flipped this thing outside, and like it doesn't scuff. And also the tank pins are fucking solid. Like, they're pretty decently aligned. So I can't really shit on this thing at all. Love this knife so much. So yeah, Sano clone. Big W's. Next one up, something weird. We have the Spasm Fingers LCT V3. Not the Dragon, but the Bowie. This was a really cool knife. I wanted to buy this because of the look of it, because of the blade. Beautiful. Super aggressive shape, really cool color. Not a really good flipper. This thing is 1.5 ounces, which is my lightest knife ever, and it's just not good. It's not a good flipper at all. The balance is also kind of off, but what do you expect from a fully plastic 1.5 ounce knife? I mean, it flips, and it's insane that it does. Kind of sucks the Spasm Fingers. It's kind of gone right now, but these were really cool, and I'm super glad that I bought one of these. Definitely not worth the money if you're trying to buy something good flipping wise, but super sick for the look of it. Just looks super clean. Love it. So thumbs up. We have the Squiddy. This is my second knife ever, which is the one that I bought after that when that one broke. Now this one is kind of a cool story because this one has Glider Co's hardware, because the Glider Co hardware, this is from my Arctic. The Glider Co hardware sucked. It was really bad, so I swapped the hardware to put better hardware on my Arctic. And then my blade broke, so I messaged Squiddy Industries, and they told me that I only have one blade on my specific model type, because it's like a A-type or something like that. There's like a little letter somewhere. Yeah, you can see the A right there. And they only told me that I have one A-typed blade, and that it said limited edition 101, which is all completely decentered. So they were like, we can send you this one. I think it goes well with your Glider Co hardware. And they told me that they were gonna give me free hardware, and they did. And they told me you can just switch the hardware up so you can have original hardware. And then I put it up. I put on the blade, and I was like, nah, no, I'm keeping the fucking Glider Co. It looks cooler like that. It's the most unique Squiddy you can probably find. But this thing also slaps. Also, when I put the blade on, the washers couldn't fit. It was just too thick. So I just took off the washers and this thing barely flips, but I still love this knife because it was pretty much my second knife. We have the one Alpha Beast clone. This is the sandwich version. This thing is gas. If you don't know what clone to buy, I don't even know if these exist anymore, but if you like ABs and you like heavier knives like 4.9 ounces and you like sandwiches, this knife is really good. Love the way this thing flips, especially on this blade style. Really sick. It's kind of rough on the edges, so you gotta be careful if you don't like rough edges. But if you don't give a fuck about that, this knife is amazing. In my opinion, even maybe better than this one. But of course, I only had these two blade shapes, so they're different blade shapes. So I don't know about the Cheb with this blade shape, but these two compared, this one is pretty fucking cool. So big thumbs up for this. Next one up, we have some Maxay stuff. We have the Maxay's Super Striker V3 YG10, $150. This thing was pretty cool because it was a titanium knife. Not really a whole lot of titanium, but really sick. Not an amazing flipper, like it's not a bad flipper, but not a great flipper. But still pretty cool, and I do enjoy my Super Striker. I love the Super Strikers ever since the V2 because that's when I was in, and I was trying to buy a V2, but then this one came out, so I was like, yikes, we're buying a V3, boys. And so V3. Okay, next one up. Oh man, this is a Bali Plus Tento rep clone, but I modded this thing. I bought a bunch of mods that then I ended up selling. I bought some Spasm Finger scales, and I bought a Hourglass Trainer blade, but then I decided to rock the classic Tento blade from Bali Plus and JT scales. And then I also bought Foxfire's full length spacers. These are really cool. This knife flips pretty good. It sucks that the tolerances are really bad, because just like the hardware is fucked up. I tried to buy different hardware, but it didn't really work out. I don't know why. So, and then I just end up with this thing. It sounds okay. Like, okay, it sounds not amazing, okay, but it sounds like it could have potential, you know? Also, this thing flips pretty damn good. It has a lot of momentum. It is pretty heavy, but it has really good handle weight and really good tip weight. So this thing kind of flips really well. Also, the JT scales are amazing. Like, they feel amazing on the hand. It's really smooth, really good. So, look at that fan. Look at these fans, man. Fuck, I can't fan anymore. Really good. So, I love this thing, even though it's kind of fucked up. It's a really cool build. Next one up. Let's get another one from the case. We have the motherfucking Polaris. This has been my beater for a little bit, and I lubed it, and now it's kind of oily. I kind of fucked that. I put too much lube, but I just put too much lube on this thing, and now it's a little messed up, but really cool. I love this knife. I think it's fun. I made a review on this, kind of shitting on it because I didn't like it at first, but now it is actually kind of fun, and I like it. So if Balisong Flipping is watching this, I do enjoy the Polaris, bro. It's really cool. Really, really glad about this. So, W's, really like this one. You can definitely see that from how beat this thing is. When you see my knives and their beat, that means that I most likely love them. Let's get some stuff out of the way because they're not really exciting. We have the one Kraken, the one Nami clone. This is the one with Damascus, the really famous one. Made the Ano myself again, tried to make something cool, but then it fucked up. But if you look at it, like some stuff, it's kind of cool. It's like this nebula splat Ano type of thing. So it's pretty cool. This knife was really good at the time. This is a little bit fucked up because when I was trying to analyze this thing, the hardware was not coming out, so I had to hammer it down. So it's really bad. Next one up, we have the most famous Kraken clone ever, probably. This is the... it's not sharp, thankfully, because I think I actually tapped the sharp side. But anyways, this is the V2.5 Bali Plus Kraken clone. This is the Bali Plus Kraken clone, the one everybody was talking about back then. It's pretty good. It's a 661. It's kind of light, but it flips pretty fun. Like, it flips pretty nice and it's pretty fun. Don't flip it as much. I put on some titanium, which is not titanium, but it's stainless steel, like heat treated wheat something. I don't know how you call this, but it's a stainless steel Bali Plus Tsunami hardware, which is the one over there. Damn motherfucker. So I put the hardware in this one because it looks kind of silly. So yeah, but you can actually slap some real Squid Industries hardware on these, and I completely changed the washes and bushings, and these flips really good. So I don't know if you can find them anymore though. Okay, we're down to the last 4 knives. So we starting with the Squiddy AL Ghost Edition. This is more a collectible for me, even though it's cuffed because a friend of mine dropped it on concrete, but it is what it is. I don't hate it's okay. But this thing is pretty cool. I don't like the Squiddy AL that much, to be honest. I think it's not really good without the weights on the eyes. But the problem with the weights on the eyes is that they get unscrewed really easily. And it kind of fucked my knife up because I didn't know that. And I was hearing some weird noises, and then I found out that it was the weight hitting the channel, so it kind of scuffed the channel, but it's not a big deal. Also, this one is the Astra 24. Wait, does it have a serial number? I think it does. I think the Astra 24 is my serial number, and it's Halloween 2024. So this is a pretty cool thing. I never had a numbered knife like that. Like, I never had a limited collection from Squid, so this is really cool. Next one up, we have my Covenant V3 by Maxace. Really cool titanium knife with really cool carbon fiber spacers. This is the bronze one. This knife, it's pretty fun. Really weird. The light blade is extremely sharp and scary, but the turn blade is kind of cool. Always loved the Covenants. Always loved a lot of Maxace shit. Just kind of sad that they don't make them anymore. And so when I saw this on their fucking Instagram page, I bought it right away. Because I was like, I fucking love Covenants. I am buying one. And I bought one. Kind of like the Serpent Strikers. Because I was into Covenants, like the old ones, the V2s. And I wanted to buy an old one, but I couldn't find anybody selling one. So I ended up buying the V3. And it's sick. And it's the Create with Nabalis 2024 Reverie. Really cool for $60. Really cool knife. Nothing much to say about this. Just I love the styling of this. Design is beautiful. Really simple handles and really complex blade design. Really clean looking. Definitely not a good weight distribution system, which is not... It's not really good, as I just said, but it's also not a weight distribution system itself. Pretty cool sound, pretty cool flipping experience. Really light knife, but just cool. I think I'm gonna put it like over here. And then we got the Nabalis Canyon. I love this thing so much because number one, it's stainless steel, which is crazy. Nobody really does stainless steel anymore. Or like you don't really find any high level stainless steel knives or high like machine stainless steel knives. Also, it's bushings. Also, it's pinless. Also, it's really cheap and it is fully blacked out. And also, it is just amazing the way it looks. Really cool details. Really good machining. Feels amazing. Flips really good. I am a big fan of this. I am honestly a big fan. Probably one of my favorite knives at the moment. So, really enjoy this one. So GG's. Fuck. Definitely my favorite knife from Nabalis as far as I flipped, which is not many, but I flipped a little bit. So this is definitely my favorite knife. Okay, and with this one, we end up our collection video. So these are all my knives. Let me go back. So these are all my knives. There's quite a lot. There is some missing though, because I would just have a Vulp, I would just have a Falcon, I would just have a Blaze, and I think something else. So there's 3 missing. Then I sold some of them. I give some of them away to friends. But let's count them real quick. So if the counts is not wrong, I have 44 knives. That is too many. That is way too many. This is not a healthy number. Don't be like me. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is my Balisong collection 2025. So yeah, bye bye.